Welcome to Flamecast. This is Todd Pletz.
This is Travis Buckmeyer. What?
Say that again, Matt. You cut out.
Really? And
yeah, you did. There we go. We've actually got like the full crew. What the hell?
This is the full crew?
Well, I mean,
this is our crew, man. Because I'm used
this
to
is the regulars,
like 10.
Yeah, this is the regular, man.
This is like the filler episode. Like when ridiculousness just has Sterling and Shanae. This is like what? We couldn't get a guest, so it's just us.
Well, Matt, you're almost our guest because I think you've missed the last 2, 3, 4, something like that. So
hey, Matt's having important things going on in his life. You know, we got to let him be.
Yeah, we should probably start out with that. So, are you getting any sleep these days, Matt?
I'm getting some. I mean, you know, by the numbers, it's probably as bad as you've ever heard, but it's interesting. It's motivating. We're doing okay.
We should probably let people in on why you might be losing sleep.
Do tell.
Didn't I just say we were having a baby?
Hey, well, you didn't say it here on the podcast.
No, I just did. You said I missed 2 or 3 or whatever, and I said because I'm having a baby.
No, I believe we missed that.
Yeah, I think we did. Unless you cut out again.
All right.
Well, congratulations to Matt.
You asked an incredibly cogent question after I said it, then for not having heard.
Well, it's just that ESPN, you know.
ESPN, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking at what did you send me? Chewbacca Morpheus Crazy Pants?
Yeah. Little tyke.
Excellent
choice. But that's what the hospital knows him as, or the people in the hospital. I mean, he has an official name. It's really like a cover. It's a cover. It's Alexander Garrett Spielman, but we all know what it really is.
It was so funny because you guys sent me the text message with the picture, and my phone only showed part of the message. It showed the picture and then the first line of text. So all I saw was this baby, and it said, "Welcome, Chewbacca." And I'm like, "Oh man, you didn't."
Yeah, but could you imagine?
I'm like, "Oh, I can scroll." Oh, okay, that's it.
No, it's like imagine it's March Madness, and there's a Cinderella team. Butler's coming up, and the real force behind that is their incredible center Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Would that be intimidating if you didn't know? Holy shit! Really?
See, I'll have to send you out the little Starfleet uniform. Get some pictures taken in it while it still fits.
We do have a T-shirt, future Starship Captain.
All right, awesome. So yeah, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
And
he'll graduate from if he's on time, he'll graduate from college when we're 65. So we're all done the same year.
Oh my God!
And
good timing.
Spent.
Well, Savannah had her birthday, just this past month here, and I now have 3 teenagers.
Oh my God!
So we've got 13. Soon to be 15 for Shelby, and then Sean's 19. It's like, oh my gosh, have we gotten this old? I don't feel any older, but
I'd say you don't look any older, but I don't want to lie to you.
Yeah. All you got to do is look at the top of my head, and it's like, oh my God, what happened?
Lived a hard life.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got good news on my side, too. All that schooling finally paid off. I got my RHIT certification. So, yay!
Okay, now what
took my test. This is the Registered Health Information Technician.
Ooh.
So
that means you know not to accidentally hit copy and paste into your Twitter feed.
Sure.
That was question 72. If you see a really crazy case, you can paste it into your Twitter feed, right? True or false?
The questions were broken down into a few different categories. I know the section that was related to oh shoot, what was it? It's like revenue cycle, coding and such. I did horrible on that section, but did pretty well on everything else, so I ended up passing. Yay!
Well, how important will that section
Well, I'd say
be to the
God
welfare?
bless you. Oh, God bless you for trying to tackle that crap, because that was, we love the hospital we went to is the best hospital for pediatrics and for birthing.
Awesome.
But our little tyke had low blood sugar, so he had to go into the NICU, the neonatal ICU, for just a while just to get a drip. And at that point, he became a separate patient.
Yeah.
And so my wife was downstairs and said, "How is our son?" And her nurse would say, "Oh, we can't say anything, and I can't look it up because that would be a HIPAA violation." And we went, "What?" And so I shuttled upstairs and downstairs to see how the two patients were, because apparently I'm the only person on the planet that actually could look in on both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. It gets crazy like that. There's cases at work that I probably shouldn't be talking about, but it just gets to be where, like, are you serious? You can't do this because of this regulation? And it's like, yeah, you just got to find a way around it.
As my law professor for my MBA told me, everyone who's an engineer, raise your hand. Okay, all your engineers have to realize, just because the law has structure, it does not mean it has to make sense.
Yeah.
It's not physics.
Yeah. But all the schooling finished. I hope I never have to do it again. And now that I say that, it's probably like, oh, job offer. What do you need? Oh, you need a different certification. Oh, shit. But we'll see if that happens or not. But
no, after your teenager,
I'm all geared up.
You can go back into taking more photography classes, and you'll be happy.
There you go.
Ooh, cinematography. Ooh. That
Ooh.
was dangerous. How about that? Go make art. You retire. What does your dad do? He's retired, but he makes art films now. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, art films.
I guess the benefit of that would be getting some of that software for student prices.
Exactly, baby. Yeah, you better be, better grab up before you lose your status.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there's always like Pirate Bay, so.
Oh, no. That wasn't on your certification? No.
Yeah, speaking of computer stuff, I had a recent loss just a couple of weeks ago. Very terrible. My laptop, it's dead.
Aw,
It's dead, Jim.
Yeah. We had my 24th annual sci-fi party, which, Travis, you didn't show up during that, so...
Yeah, I was
like,
tentative. That should have been your sign.
Yeah. Like, once we got going, it's like, oh, Travis? Yeah, I guess he maybe said he'd show up, but... But yeah, someone was using my laptop to play StarCraft 2, and it got to be where Sean was attacking someone, probably, because there was, like, multiple flying ships on the screen, and the thing just couldn't handle it, and poof, there goes my video card on my laptop. And it's like, that's it. She's dead.
How long of a life did you get out of that one?
That
one might have been about 5 years.
Finish him.
Yeah.
I'll destroy you and your video card. You are banished.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, other than that, I'd say the party went well. One of Sean's friends came over, Ian, who was actually here during the holiday Flamecast podcast that we had. He didn't have a computer with him, so he ended up using mine half the time. Well, it's probably more than half the time. So I kind of stood in the background and kind of monitored and mourned my laptop.
So sad.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the 24th annual. So 25 years next year. It'll be a milestone, man, for my annual sci-fi party.
Yeah, holy cow! And it'll be just after episode 7. I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's convergences.
Yes, sure is.
Hey, I'm already planning on the game next year. It's got to
Well,
be Star Wars Battlefront, man.
well, duh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'll let you know
why'd
how
you
good
even
that
mention
looks.
it? Of course.
Yeah.
I just hope they have all Jedi levels again. That was the funnest thing on the planet. I could do that for hours.
Yeah, I was more partial to Battlefront than Battlefront 2 myself. I think the maps were more fun. Plus, they didn't give me a headache. But
There's that.
I don't know. Battlefront 2, for some reason, I just couldn't get into it as much. But oh well, we'll see what the next Battlefront will give us.
Yeah, it's nice that DICE is doing it. I like a lot of the stuff they've done. DICE is the ones that make the fun Battlefield games, so
Yeah.
or at least my favorite ones. I think what I think would be one of the coolest parts would be destructible environments. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I think that would almost be assumed.
I think the first previews of it come out in about a week and a half.
Oh.
Wow! So if you have space to land transitions, then you could technically like crash land your Star Destroyer into the opposing base.
Oh God!
Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, hey, it's movie canon, right? Starships can survive the crash landing.
Unless they crash land into a building. This crash landed on a runway. There's
a runway. There were buildings too. It was not a runway for ships that big. it was some kind of a flat area.
That's just a technicality.
Yes. So when the Super Star Destroyer crashed into the Death Star, it was trying to land. Whoops! We nose too low. Raise up, up.
It had
Come
the
on.
Z-axis and the X-axis mixed up. It was a new guy. He didn't know the HUD. Oops.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of Star Wars, I don't know if you guys had time to look while it was still up, but the fan film contest had voting going on. Voting has been cut off already, but I went through them. It must have been about a couple weeks ago. There are some actually decent ones there.
What's the next Jedi Hunter?
Yeah, the website doesn't even let you view them anymore.
Holy
so it's
cow!
Like, what did I look at? I can't remember.
Is that what it is? I was trying to actually. I was playing around before we started, trying to look, and everything gives me 500 error. I'm like, is this the worst website ever, or what? Or it's been hacked?
Yeah, all they say is thank you for your interest in the Star Wars Fan Film Awards. Submissions and voting are now closed. Winners will be announced at the Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. So, Travis, you'll have to give us a report when you go out there.
I could consider it. Yes.
Special correspondent in the field, so to speak.
Pretty much you're going to get see a lot of stuff on Facebook about this is so awesome, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
like always.
I'm not telling you. I'm not at liberty to
like your pictures with a Dalek and Matt Smith and such, and it's like, haha, look at me, and everyone just says you suck.
I'm hanging out with Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Actually, I just saw, where was it? There was some entertainment show I was clicking through, but it dropped in to talk about the possibility of Clive Owen being the next James Bond. I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. Is he? Do I remember him from? Was it Freelancer? What video game was he?
I couldn't tell you.
That I don't recall.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
It's a small world after all. What?
You are going to end tonight. My company would greatly appreciate if you drop even more cash while you're in town. While we're all waiting for Star Wars Land.
Wouldn't that be a fun place to visit?
Oh, that'll be insane. It's supposed to be this summer. Along with the more leaks or peaks about Episode 7, there's supposed to be something from the amusement park division about developments of Star Wars.
Yes.
And there's also a simultaneous change going on with Disney Studios right now. They're taking down the big magician's hat.
Yes, I think they've already done that, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps again I will have some insight for you in about a week and a half, if I decide to share it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dead silence.
Let's edit that part out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just give Todd some editing fodder.
I'm too busy trying to find the fan films on here, but
You might.
I guess I'll just
kind of let that go.
Let it go.
You must have learned what you have learned.
That's not. You have two girls. You know that's not how you sing "Let It Go."
Yeah. Well, anyway, some of the fan films were quite decent, and I'm looking through these and I'm thinking, there's no way that these guys stuck to the rules that they had put online, because there was some lightsaber battles and such with more sound effects than they gave in their stupid little sound package. I'm like, there's just no way.
Well,
so
hopefully
like,
they will edit
yeah,
and
whatever.
choose correctly based upon the rules. I mean, if not, we just know that for us going forward, we don't have to follow the rules then.
Yeah, I'm thinking for choice 2. Because those were the more interesting and well done fan films. There was some where I watch the thing and I get done and it's like, what the hell was that? Quite a few of those. I mean, I'd say less than half, but still, there was a good majority where it was like, this is not worthy. So, anyways.
Anywho.
So, people listening, head over to the Flaming Death stockroom, because you know what? There's like more. There, yeah, the stockroom is stocked. You check it out now, and yeah, we've got your old favorites there. You've got the Flaming Death T-shirt, the Flaming Death cap, Yoda's treasure, and now we've got Connect More T-shirt, and well, you can even get the Connect More DVD now.
Oh my!
As well as the Luke and Leia DVD. These have never been out prior to this, so new stuff.
Don't forget it for limited time only before it goes back in the vault.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta go buy Todd a vault.
Yeah, so head on over there, check them out. DVDs are really reasonably priced. T-shirts, yeah, they're comparable to other people out there. So I did order a Connect More T-shirt as well as a new Flaming Death T-shirt because I changed the logo just a little bit. So underneath where it says Flaming Death, you've got Productions. Productions is actually stretched out more. It actually fit closer to the width of Flaming Death itself. So
is it updated on the website?
Version 2.
Yeah, I updated on the website a while ago now. So
I meant,
but the hat doesn't look the same though.
Well, the hat, I had problems doing the design on that. It wasn't making the image big enough for what you're seeing there on the website. So the way it is right now might be the way that hat will have to stay. But T-shirt, we're good, man. We're good.
I'm more impressed that you actually got a female model to put your T-shirt on for this.
She was the one that designed the flame for the logo. So, and her husband is the one that actually provided the music for Luke and Leia, hence also our podcast as well. So,
excellent.
Yes, I felt, I had to repay her in that way. She did a nice job on the design there.
Yep. Cannot argue with that logic.
Yep, so head on over, spend some money, help pay our bills. Woohoo!
Yay!
I should also announce that Oh, I decided to cave in and give Flaming Death Productions a Twitter account.
Excellent.
So, the name's changed a little bit since I originally started it. First, I had my name in there, and then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna center it more towards Flaming Death Productions, and then it was Flaming Death Prod because you can only have so many characters. And then I'm like, that doesn't sound right either, and I ended up just changing it to flamingdeath.net. I'm like, why didn't I start with this to begin with? So the at address, of course, that you can't change, and that I just left at tmpletz, so you can find me that way, or find us that way, rather. So any updates that you might see on Facebook, I'm trying to get over on Twitter as well, so people can watch for that. And next we have the hot word of the month. And guess who we have for a winner this time?
Who do we have? Who's our winner?
Give us a drum roll.
Is it Bobcat Goldthwait?
Bobcat, where did that come from?
He has a video or a new routine on Netflix. It's not
really?
that new, but it's like newer than the 80s. It's this century.
Everything on Netflix is newer than the 80s, Matt.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean,
sure?
as far as uploading, we should say everything is newer, but
much content
original
on there.
material.
It's much older.
Yeah.
He's also been one of the panelists on Wait, Don't Tell Me on NPR sometimes. It is strange not to hear him in his crazy voice. Little Bobcat's all grown up. Okay, so it's not Bobcat, is what you're saying.
Nope.
I have no other guesses.
Same winner we had last month.
Michael?
No, that was like 2 or 3 months ago.
Was it Cindy?
No, well, she wasn't actually a winner. She just purchased items, so.
That's still a winner in our book, though.
Yes, that's true. No, it wasn't her. Same winner as last month, meaning
No winner.
no winner. So.
Oh, trick question.
Yeah.
Darn it. Since you've taken these certification tests, you're just, I don't know, it's rubbing off on you.
Kind of by the book, isn't he?
Yeah. Trick question. You got to study for those questions, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to give this one more time. We'll try it once more, see if we get a winner. If we don't, or I should say if we don't get any submissions, then we might just put this one to bed and continue on. But we'll say, well, like I was saying I think I said it on Facebook, the prize for winning the Hot Word of the Month contest is going to be your choice of one of the 3 DVDs on the Flaming Death Stockroom. So you can get Yoda's Treasure, Luke and Leia, or Connect More. So your choice if you win.
Yay!
So let's choose a Hot Word of the Month for this month. Any suggestions?
No, I don't have a suggestion for the word, but I have another suggestion, but I think we should keep it on the down low. If Travis happened to come back from Celebration with some kind of a unique item, you maybe need to up the stakes on the prize. And so, or maybe we could leave it open. We could say it could be a DVD, or it could be whatever Travis manages to sneak under his Jedi robes out past security. Because you're supposed to do that, right? It's not bad. They're stormtroopers. You're supposed to sneak past them.
Yeah, they have a little more effective stormtroopers here than they do have at the actual movie scenario. So
not so easily distracted.
Okay, so one of the 3 DVDs, or you can take what's behind curtain number 1, curtain number 2, or curtain number 3. What'll it be?
Yeah,
a
you
new
just
goat.
need to have a little, don't get starstruck, Travis. This isn't your first celebration. You should keep your eye on the prize now.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a little bit different than the previous ones that we've attended.
Why? Because Disney's running it?
Well, that and probably some of the guest lists is a little bit more improved and a little bit more, how should we say, widespread than previous ones.
Longer lines.
True, but these guys are actually doing for certain events, whatever you need to, be prepared early. Get, if you're going to have tickets for certain things, you have to have those early, and only, they're only going to do so many. They're not going to just have an unlimited wait line, so got to be prepared.
Yeah, that is something they needed.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I was considering for the Comic-Con coming up in about a month from now, going through one of the photo op lines. I'm like, how long do you actually wait in those lines?
That depends.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a VIP ticket, obviously you go through relatively quickly. If you have a non-VIP ticket, I've seen the waits being anywhere from 20 minutes, for a lower tier celeb to 2 hours for the higher tiers. The worst case scenario is if you're doing somebody from The Walking Dead, because those lines can get up to 4 hours long.
Okay, so what would your estimation be for like Sylvester McCoy? Would he be a lower tier? Or...
worst case scenario, 30 minutes.
Yeah, the guy did travel with Ace. That's something, but funny.
I'm thinking it would be nice because I'm dressing Savannah up to be, the Matt Smith outfit from Doctor Who, with the fez and everything. So
excellent.
I'm like, it would be cool to get a picture with him.
Yes, it would.
So
and a bow tie?
And my understanding of him at the conventions, he's pretty good with everybody. So that'd be
awesome. So if I understand it right, you can, pictures with him are $50, but you can have 2 people in the picture, so we'd both be covered then.
Correct. That's the way most of those work. It should be in the actual literature that you either on a website or whatnot, but in most cases that is correct. It covers 2 people, or people if you have young kids as well.
Awesome. Well, I might do that then. So you might see a picture online next month.
Excellent.
Cool. TV news. We need a theme or something. Theme song.
Yeah, no, you need like the ticker thing.
But I gotta have something separate for like TV news and like movie news.
Then movie news is a clicking projector.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Let me see. I don't know. I may have some. I still have some old sound effects CDs.
I do have.
I don't think they have any themes on them.
I do have a clicking projector wave file because I'm using it for redoing my mom's or copying my mom's old 8mm films. I'm just going to have that noise in the background the whole time. So
I have a helicopter takeoff. That'd be more like traffic and weather, though.
Yeah. This is Les Nessman.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. Anyways, you guys watch The Walking Dead at all?
No, I told you no. I'm useless in this thing. I'm sitting this one out.
God.
What is TV? I know. I do watch Big Bang. That's all. I won't go cold turkey.
Oh, I still have to watch the last episode of Big Bang that was on this week. I wasn't sure if it was going to be on or not with all the basketball that's been on lately, but
yes, it was.
Well, it's also the one thing, and it's funny because the first. So my in-laws are still here. They're here through next Thursday helping us out, and we thought they'd like Big Bang, because Mom is a sci-fi fan and Dad's an engineer. It's like, okay, maybe we get there, and we watched the first one in like total silence. Like, this was a bad idea. And then we went away, and that was like in the summer. They visited us in the summer, and then Julie was talking to them at Christmas, like, well, what do you want for Christmas? What can we get you? And they said, some season DVDs of Big Bang. And we're like, really? So
awesome.
Somehow the little seed grew, and it works well. So that's the other reason why it's Big Bang too, because everyone can watch it, as opposed to a lot of that stuff. Mom would just have to leave.
Yeah. Well, Walking Dead season finale. I was impressed. I like that a lot. I had to laugh when let's see, was it this last episode or the episode before? It must have been this last one where Daryl and I can't think of his name. They went to that warehouse and they were checking out the trucks and it was a trap.
Yeah, that was the last one.
And what Daryl did with that chain to 3 walkers, I'm just like, woo! Decapitation time, man.
Yeah, I never
That
realized
was so
that
awesome.
that a heavy chain like that worked as well as, say, a sword.
Yeah. I suppose you got rotting flesh and stuff. It's a little more easy to get through.
Sure.
But I like how it ended too because old porch dick ended up dying at the end. So, but we also got to see a short little preview of Fear the Walking Dead, which is the spinoff that's going to take place in California. And so that's just another series that I'm going to have to start following. I'm watching more TV these days than I can't remember. Because there's just that much good stuff on.
Someone has to balance out the millennials. Isn't that interesting, though? Like, you don't have 3 networks with audiences, and so supposedly it's a lot tougher to make things. But now you have. I honestly think it's really good. Now you have focus, right? All the sci-fi geeks can get together, and you'll pay attention, and it's better stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
As opposed, and not that it's that bad, but as opposed to the reboot of The Odd Couple. Do we need that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, all right, okay, but no.
I
No.
accidentally watched it once. Was it
I just
on
keep
like
looking at
after
it, I
Big
go,
Bang
why is
one
that
time?
Friends guy
Because
in this room?
yeah,
I can't think of him as old enough to be that.
yeah. But you've got Netflix that's showing original stuff now too, and in what 1 week they're gonna start showing Daredevil.
Yep.
So
April 10th.
that'll be interesting to see.
I hope it's good. I hope it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
Daredevil hasn't had the best thing, and I like Daredevil from comics. That's one of the smaller comic things I really like, and the particularly when they went to Elektra as a movie, and I was like, huh? It was like, well, they used the costume and then they did all their own stuff. So hopefully it's not that.
Yeah. I never did bother seeing the Elektra movie, but I'm on record saying that I actually like Daredevil, though, the movie with Ben Affleck, I gotta say.
It was okay.
I mean, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't this great disaster like everybody says it was, but I mean... Then again,
Well, that's because you're looking at it relative to like the Dark Knight now,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Avengers,
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, this is what it could be. Step up the game, you other people.
And then speaking of superheroes, The Flash has really been good this year. For a first season for a series, this has been kicking some major butt.
Yes.
And I had to... I want to say it was the last episode that was on, wasn't it? That had the trickster, Mark Hamill.
Correct.
And it was so great because they're showing, the pictures they have on file of the guy. And yeah, it's straight out of the 1990 series Flash TV show. Pictures of Mark Hamill dressed as a trickster. I'm like,
that's
cool. Yeah. And I've got the original series on DVD, and I went through them, a couple months ago. And when it got to that episode with the trickster, you could just close your eyes and listen to the dialogue that Mark Hamill had, and it's like, this is total animated Joker. But yeah, he brought that again. It was so cool to see.
Yeah, I liked the way that one turned out. I was impressed.
Yeah. Recent development here. I just saw this one. Was it yesterday? There is a possible return of the Muppet Show to TV.
That doesn't surprise me. You gotta do something with all that IP. That's the Disney machine cranking it out again.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably a good thing that Disney picked it up because better things are happening for the Muppets since they've come under the Disney umbrella, I want to say.
Yep. That's actually very much like Lucasfilm, although on a different scale. But when that's their only property, they never had capital to do big things with.
Right. So we're not sure exactly when that's going to happen, but who was it that is behind the Muppets coming back? Big Bang Theory co-creator Bill Brady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dirty Muppets. No, let's go. We can see it again, son. That's fine.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that works out, but I'm kind of hoping it'll come into being. That'll be cool to see. I mean, they tried to do it with Muppets Tonight back in the 90s, and it didn't quite find its audience right, but I think they're in a better position now to make this happen right.
Yeah, especially if they, again, it's going to be a matter of can they get quality writers in there to do, shows that are worthwhile right off the bat. And if they can do that and get an interest in the audience, they'll definitely pull it off.
Yeah, that's the thing. The potential is big. I mean, when you think about particularly the Marvel and Star Wars purchases, and then this, again, I think on a different scale, but the whole thing you purchase is, and the Muppets really don't have a timeline or story behind them, but it's the characters, right? There's tons and tons of characters. And so if you get people, if you know the audience you're looking for, you get people to develop the characters, and it should be relatively easy.
And then get the right guests to be on the show. Because that Muppet Show, you always had that one guest of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what would be so easy to do now? Remember that episode with Mark Hamill and other Star Wars characters on the Muppet Show? Yep. Oh, man, you could do it so easy now. They return.
Exactly.
And then, I saw this one this morning. Was it this morning? Last night? I don't know. Last night was a blur. But
oh, wow. You are a crazy college kid after finals and just going out. And I don't even know where I was.
Someone posted a video out there of I've seen this happen with other songs, but it's got Gonzo singing the Humpty Dance.
Are you sure you didn't just imagine that?
Oh no! This is a real thing, man.
I'm more concerned about how you managed to find it.
Actually, I got to give credit to the Nerdist on that one.
All right.
Yeah, it's something you got to check out. Your jaw will drop. I'll just say that. Too good to pass up.
That someone was drunk to get that going.
That's the way usually all this creative stuff starts.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's alcohol. I'd say you're maybe looking at weed instead.
Recreational drugs.
Hey, there can be a lot of creative stuff from weed, man.
You should submit that to whatever's the next state to vote for legalization of marijuana and say more of this, please.
Yeah. That's why I'm not as creative, because I haven't smoked any. So
we can fix that for you. Send you a box from Colorado.
Yeah. Okay. When you go out there, I'll expect a package.
I'm going to California.
Well, you're gonna pass over, anyways.
Yeah, connect through Denver. You'll be fine.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw this one last night too. This is pretty interesting, and not many details on it. But Ash versus Evil Dead. I don't know if you've heard about this or not. Supposedly, this is going to be a series on Stars, which that kind of sucks because I'd really like to see it elsewhere. But Sam is behind that. Bruce, Bruce Campbell, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really get much from the trailer that's online. It's only, a 15-second trailer or such, but it looks interesting, anyways. So
but it's gonna be on Stars, so I just might not get to see that. That could be a miss.
Wait till it's streaming.
Exactly. Yep. It's like a year later, Netflix, man. Come on.
Well, that's like I believe HBO is going to start some type of streaming.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yep, with help from Apple.
Yep.
And now, are they doing the same model as like Netflix, where you can do like a month at a time, or is this like a full year thing that you have to subscribe, or
I have
or
not
don't
seen
we
the
know?
specifics on it myself.
Yeah,
I
I haven't heard the details like that.
Yeah, I mean they're getting the right idea, but I don't know. Some of these companies, I just don't think they get the streaming idea. Look how successful that Amazon and Netflix have gotten with their streaming services, and then you get like the old group that just doesn't want to let go.
Actually, the big problem is it's Time Warner or whatever Warner. That's the problem now. They're very reluctant. I mean, really, they're pushing for more money. They just want a higher price point, and so you lock up all the DC stuff and Big Bang with you got to pay.
Yeah. Well, CBS is having its own streaming service as well, or did they already start? But they were supposed to be something like, what was it, $6 a month or something like that. And although they don't have their full catalog on there, so it's like you're still not getting the picture. It's like throw on your whole back catalog too, and maybe I'd be more interested.
Well, I think that is part of their big picture, is that they don't want to throw everything out there because somehow they're going to lose more revenue than they want to by doing that.
Yep.
Well, I mean, just like you have your ads and TV, throw them into the mix on your streaming shows as well. And I mean, advertising is one of your big money makers, and having your shows out there. So throw the ads on. I don't care. And if that's going to make it happen, all the better. But yeah. Yeah, I just think that some of these places aren't seeing the big picture, but that's just my opinion.
It's a fair opinion. It's a fair opinion.
All right. Movie news. Of course, we've got Age of Ultron coming up here in
less than a month, isn't it?
Less than a month, yeah. Was it May 1st, I believe? Which is the Friday right before I go to Comic-Con, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, a.k.a. Mayday. Mayday. Yeah. Planet in jeopardy.
The third trailer that they put out, well, I mean, all the trailers have looked awesome, but this one particularly, it's going to make a lot of money, man. I can just see it. It's going to be awesome.
The only unfortunate part is it'll be at least 20 years before you can have a Marvel world at Disney because of the tie-up with Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least, I mean, Spider-Man's been freed up a little bit where he can cross over now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I wish they'd get ideas like that, but I think Universal, aren't they still owned by Blackstone? So all they're doing is theme parks. So I don't think they'll be as motivated, and they haven't screwed up as badly as Sony.
Yeah.
Pushing out crap every 4 years just to keep it out of your hands doesn't seem so fun anymore.
Well, another incentive for going to Age of Ultron, like you don't need another incentive, but they're going to throw one on anyway, supposedly. But it sounds like you might have a trailer for the Star Wars movie with Age of Ultron.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You could be correct, sir.
Yeah, so it's like just a bonus right there, like a big bonus.
Wasn't there one? I don't remember if it was Lord of the Rings or if it was the prequels where they had a trailer on there and then people went to see the trailer and just left the movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was all they were there for.
That's what I was going to bring up. Is it's happened before for the Star Wars where people will go watch the trailer and then leave. However, for Age of Ultron, I don't think that'll be the same problem.
That's just some candy. That's just you need the appetizer to clear the palate and be prepared for what's going to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, just another incentive there. That's what was that? There was another trailer out, just not. What was the other trailer news? Shoot, I just read it this morning too.
Fantastic Four.
No, but I did see the trailer for that one. That one's been out for a little bit, hasn't it?
There was a new international one that just came out Thursday or Friday.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one yet. But the first trailer that they put out, some people were knocking that, and I'm like, this actually looks pretty good.
Yes.
So,
it's going with that whole dark and foreboding thing again, and sadly, it actually kind of works in this one.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why some people were knocking it down was, it's too serious and dark and stuff. But I'm like,
why so serious?
Yeah. No, there was another trailer that was going to come out with. Oh well, what was the one that we were talking about right before the podcast started?
What, Mad Max?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Refresh my memory, Matt.
I don't know. Well, let's see. It was Mad Max trailer was going to come out in front of another movie too. I forget which.
We're old. We've got kids. We can't think of this stuff.
Yeah, if it doesn't have to deal with poo, then it's not front and center.
Oh, you should have been really good a couple of podcasts ago because we were talking about poo then.
Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, no. It was something else was coming out in front of Mad Max because Mad Max is almost ready.
Yeah.
Well, there's Jurassic Park. There's Terminator Genesis.
Oh shoot! It was a big one too. I can't.
Oh yeah, it was Batman Superman. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman is going to be in front of Mad Max.
There you go.
Whew, pulled it out.
Now for me, since I haven't really gotten into the Mad Max stuff, that might be something that where I would go to see the trailer and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't do that. I want to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be interesting to see too. I'll look for it online. And then we've got the recent announcement of Mallrats 2, which
yes.
Me being a big Kevin fan, it's been nice to see the pictures that have been online. You go on to he's got them on Facebook as well, but mainly on Twitter. The cast that he had for Mallrats, and then you've got all these actors coming back again, and each of them posting a picture online, holding up 2 fingers for Mallrats 2 and saying they're in, and right.
Middle-aged Mallrats, or like they're going to be there when the mall closes.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, my thought was, they shouldn't have a problem finding a deserted mall anymore. 'Cause there should be a few of those out there. But one of the first was Stan Lee and crap, who else is there?
Shannon Doherty? No.
No, she was separate on there. She got her picture in, but
Habla?
Well, let's see. They've got Sven Thorson, who played the mall cop in there. They've got
Well, there you go. They could have a crossover because there's a new mall cop too. They got Paul Blart actually in there.
Yeah,
just a cameo.
Yeah, that might bring it down. Let's see. Joey Lauren Adams is in there. Let's see. We've got Renee Humphrey, who played Trish the Dish.
Oh.
Let's see who else we got. Oh, of course, you got to get Jeremy London in there, who played T.S. Quint. Who else we got here? Oh, we've got Ethan Suplee, who played Willem, the guy that tried looking at the 3D image poster and couldn't see the sailboat.
Well, there's another thing. How are you going to find one of those?
Yeah.
You can print your own.
Well,
Oh no,
yeah,
I
that's
know.
true.
He's going to have those the Microsoft goggles on.
They should have him standing like in the same position, still trying to find the sailboat.
It's just got like a dirty outline of where it was on the kiosk.
Yeah. Oh, of course, Jason Lee. You couldn't have it without Jason Lee.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Oh, Michael Rooker. So he played Mr. Svenning in the film, but he's done quite a bit of work since then. Of course, he's been in The Walking Dead, and he was what's his name in Guardians of the Galaxy? Shoot, the blue guy.
Oh,
I can't think of his name now, but yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Of course, you've got Jason Mewes. He's got to be in it. You got to have Jay and Silent Bob. So,
Yep.
And for those of you that haven't seen, Jason Mewes and his wife just had a baby on April 1st.
Copycats.
Wow. Huh.
Are you sure
Yeah.
that wasn't April 1st? I mean, really?
So, are we saying that maybe deep down Matt is secretly Jason Mewes?
No. Cool guy, but no.
So yeah, that was awesome. He posted some pictures online of his baby. So awesome. Scott Mosier's back again as Roddy, the stagehand. So, anyways, yeah. Next on my list, which you guys were a little concerned about, was shooting Clerks.
Again, I'm just saying, this is kind of vague.
Yeah, is that really appropriate for this day and age?
Well, they piss me off, so they can't give me the direct, the right change. So
good thing you don't work in retail.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, there's this movie coming out there. I don't know how widespread it's going to be, but this guy has made a movie about Kevin Smith, how he started out in filming Clerks and such. And I'm not sure exactly how far along in the story they're going to get, but it might go to the end of, Clerks is picked up at the film festival. Who knows? But it should be interesting anyways. So I'm looking forward to that one. There's a trailer out there for it now that it doesn't show very much, but lots of fast clips anyways.
I'll have to keep an eye open for that one.
Yeah. And lastly, I'd seen this a couple weeks ago, but they're trying to get Fraggle Rock movie made. With the success of the Muppets, like we were talking about before, the time seems right for Fraggle Rock as well. The original show was on HBO back in the 80s, and back when, Fairmont Cable finally got, the converter boxes and such.
Switch
and...
on to see HBO. Switch off to...
Yeah. Yeah, you could switch over, and HBO kind of came in a little bit, but it was enough where I watched Star Trek 2 like 8-9 times on the thing.
If you'd wrapped that cable with aluminum foil, you probably could have got better reception.
Yeah, well, I was only, 12, 13 at the time, so
It was before he took
I didn't know about that
electricity.
stuff. Yeah. I think we actually talked about that in Basic Electricity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Iris had suggested that, yeah. But I would watch Fraggle Rock on there too, so having them come back in a movie for him, I'm on board with that.
Okay, I gotta skip back a topic. So I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for Shooting Clerks, and I'm looking at the cast. And the cast says Jason Mewes as Wes Jameson, and then Chris Bain as Jason Mewes /Jay.
Yeah.
So Mewes is in the movie, but not as himself.
Right.
Okay. That'll be a hard one to follow.
Well, you don't want to have a Jason Mewes standing there that's 40 years old that's supposed to be like 20.
Yeah, a little CGI work on there could take care of that.
Yeah, it worked in Tron.
Well,
Just redo that.
yeah. This is like low budget, so I don't think they've got the
Well,
budget
it's
for that
redo.
stuff.
I mean, you pick it up. It's like you already got the program. I'll pay another $10.
Go to a college and get one of those college kids to do it for you. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hard? So you're playing Jason Mewes in front of Jason Mewes, and you go, dude, and he goes, no, not like that. Like you have to be perfect at it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, Kevin Smith himself is involved in it too. I guess he's the narrator through the story.
Yeah, narrator. Oh, I closed it already, and he had some other character he was playing, but nobody was playing him.
Interesting.
Well, there is a guy playing him, but
Well, it wasn't in the Wikipedia thing.
Because Wikipedia is never wrong.
yeah. Maybe he left his name out on purpose. Who knows?
So Kevin Smith is narrator / Larkin Eve. Maybe it's just not announced. Maybe it's like a special guest, somebody.
No, because he's in the trailer too. I mean, he's been on the each of the photos that they've kind of released as well. So it's not like any secret that
Well, no, but
who's
secret
playing
of
him.
who's playing him. Not that he's not going to be there, but he's not him, and no one else so far is him. Let's see, full cast.
Mark Frost, is it?
Where the heck is it? This is a big cast for low budget. I am scrolling. There are 3 Comic Book Man credits. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, Mark Frost. Yep, Kevin Smith,
Yeah.
Silent Bob.
Yep.
But he doesn't have a picture in IMDb, so who knows what he looks like.
Freaky.
Well, with the glasses and beard, he looks a lot like Kevin.
He does. I assume that's what is in the poster. He does a good job of looking like Kevin. And then I'm like, who's this other guy next to him? And I'm like, well, he's got blonde hair down the back. Is that supposed to be?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Jason. So
It looks. I mean, it
he
looks
doesn't
like
quite
someone
look
dressed
right,
up
but
as him for Halloween. I know. I'm sure he's going to do a good job, but I wouldn't want that.
yeah,
That's a tough job.
I guess at a low budget. So
Do the best you can with what you have.
yeah.
Oh, and then
We know
Robert
about
Downey
that,
will
don't
be
we?
Playing Harley Quinn Smith. Tell me he didn't really name his daughter Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Obviously, you haven't been watching Comic Book Man.
And I can't do Chewbacca? Really?
Who said you couldn't? Not one of us said that you could not.
Well, he was upset about it. I don't want to say mad, but
I wasn't upset.
He gets a little bit emotional about this.
Disbelieving.
You gotta understand.
It was more disbelief, like not like that speechless thing. But I think we talked about maybe talked about this last time, but the Axanar movie should be coming up later this year. Star Trek Axanar, which is another. I wouldn't say it's a fan film. It's more than that because you've got people that are already associated with Star Trek that are involved in the thing. But not just Star Trek. You've got Richard Hatch that's playing a Klingon in the thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
he's just trying to get. Are you sure he's not trying to play a Cylon?
But if you go and look out do for a Prelude to Axanar and look at that short film, what is it, like 10, 15 minutes? Oh, this thing is really well done. They've got some good people working on special effects and the whole cinematography of the thing. It's just wow.
No, I never heard about that before.
Yeah, I'll post a link on online for that too.
Old school nacelles, kind of with the Christmas lights in front.
Right. This is going to be, what is it, like 10 years before what you see in Star Trek, the original series.
Mm-hmm.
So the war with the Klingons, it kind of leads up to the animosity between the two races, and then it kind of leads into the series that way. But that should be awesome. What else do we have to talk about? I'm at the end of my list.
Oh my gosh.
Generally, people wrap up after that.
That's why we have a list.
Well, why bother having a list? And then you say, and then everything else in the world. You can have round.
Well, I'm trying to get more input from like you guys suggesting some stuff. So if anything you have that you want to bring to the table, Don't jump in there too fast.
I'll probably have more information for the next one than I do for this one.
That's true.
That's a promise. Yeah, we need the field correspondence report. Hey, there you go. Here's the dare, Travis. Okay, you're not going to smuggle anything out for us for the monthly prize. We need at least one small live interview.
Ooh.
We need Matt Smith to say you're listening to the Flamecast.
Matt Smith won't be there.
Oh,
yeah, this is Star Wars, Matt.
Oh, Star Wars. Well, I'm thinking we switched to Comic-Con, and I have not had that much sleep, and so there. Well, you know what? Now, how do you know Matt Smith doesn't like Star Wars?
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
His own conventions.
I said this is a dare. All right, fine. We need someone that you stood in line for an autograph or something needs to give us the Flamecast promo.
I tell you what, I will do my best on that part of it there. If all else fails, in either late July or August at Fandom Fest here in Louisville, Lando Calrissian himself will be here. I will do my best to get him to give you a little shout out.
That's what we need. We need animated Joker saying this is Flamecast and then laugh.
Okay.
There you go.
Awesome. I mean, whoever he was, the trickster. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll take either one of his voices because they're interchangeable at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the dare, sir.
All right.
I'm sure if anyone can pull it off, you can.
I will do
Todd,
my best.
For the next one, has to get Matt Smith to do it.
There you go.
Well, it's a matter of me going to some place where Matt Smith is actually at.
I thought you were going to get a picture.
No.
With Sylvester McCoy.
Oh, sorry. With Sylvester McCoy.
I'm the one who already got the picture.
Okay.
With Matt
Well, fine.
Smith.
Have Sylvester McCoy do it. Actually, you know what? I have one, and it's a question. It's not a topic. Have either of you guys heard about any? I'm sure you'll hear in a week and a half. Here's the other assignment, field assignment, Travis. We need to know when and where the charity previews will be for the episode 7. Because I'm really hoping they do Chicago again. That would be a fun reunion, wouldn't it? Other than it's going to be December.
True. I will see once what they announce for that.
But last time we went to one, not that the Star Wars celebrities were good, but we did get to meet Wolfgang Puck because he catered it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
He's a really cool guy, actually. He was very approachable. He's out talking to people.
Awesome.
So we have 3 opportunities for some kind of celebrity intro to really amp up the webcast. That's good.
All right.
See what we can make happen.
Good brainstorming.
Yeah.
And we'll come next month, and none of us will have anything.
I was busy.
Oh, there's Todd being all positive again.
Daredevil came out and it was great, so I stayed up all month, watched it. I watched it again.
We started catching up on Flash because that was important to us.
Yeah. It's $40 to buy it in HD by the season pass. I'm like, oh, well, maybe.
Ooh.
There you go, Matt.
I'll dip into the Boys College Fund.
There you
He'll
go.
appreciate it.
That can be your assignment, Matt. Catch up on Flash.
Oh, you're killing me.
Hey, you know what? Alexander, when he wakes up at 3 a.m,
yep.
you flip on was it CW Online, and you go watch Flash.
Yep. Well, that's why I need to game.
As you're doing bottle feeding, it's like, hey, that's how I started watching Babylon 5 way back when with Shelby when she was bottle feeding. So, hey.
Daddy's got to do something too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
It's only fair.
All right. That'll be Flamecast for this month. I'm Todd Platts.
And this is
Matt
Travis
Spielman.
Buckmeyer.
And that's a wrap. Okay, say that again, Travis.
Todd's the guilty one.
Oh, God damn it.